Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com and your weather authority app. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses. This is your Wednesday morning forecast update. The calendar will tell you today that it is the first day of summer, which is a bit of a joke here. We know we've been dealing with that heat pretty much all month here, and the heat advisory will continue for a few locations today, but we'll make some slow progress over the next day or two, kind of chipping away at some of the heat. So instead of being at a pain level 9 or 10 here with the heat over the next few days, it will be more like a 7 or an 8, so it's marginal relief here, but we're trending in slightly better direction. At least it's not getting any hotter today, but the temperatures out there in the 70s, low 80s this morning, and high temperatures this afternoon in the mid 90s. We no longer carrying that severe weather threat today, so that's a bit of good news. There will actually be a lot of locations here that not only not in the heat advisory, but won't face any severe weather today, so that does feel like at least some progress here. But the heat advisory continues for locations along and south of I-20 in Texas, and as far north as Caddo and Bossier parishes in Louisiana. So again, the storms will not impact the crews trying to restore power today, but they'll still be dealing with a lot of that heat out there. And again, we thank them for trying to get all of our power back on throughout the week here. Now, what's changed today, we have this area of low pressure that's back there near Georgia and Alabama. It's actually sliding back towards us, so that's making the front kind of buckle and push to the south here, and that front has been the trigger for the repeated rounds of severe weather. So the severe weather threat today is going to stay away from the Arklatex, and you can see that dry air that we're pulling in. The winds will actually be coming out of the northeast, so it is going to be sending this drier air in, so that's why we'll feel the humidity drop off in a lot of locations. You're still going to feel the humidity, but it may not be as thick or heavy as what we've had around since the weekend here. And you can see the severe weather threat, completely different system here. We've got another area of low pressure that's out here in North Texas, which will trigger some severe storms west of us. And again, late tonight, we could see a few of those storms brush fairly close to us, but really does not look like we'll see any kind of wind or a hail threat for us in the Arklatex today, which again is just kind of slow progress from where we've been over the last 2 weeks or so. So the HRRR model here, again, that's the one that's been handling this weather pattern the best, and it does show some rain this morning down towards Natchitoches as well as Manny, hence the 20% chance of rain that you'll see in your forecast today. The rest of us will probably stay dry. There is enough heat and humidity. We could see just an isolated shower to develop maybe at some point today, but really showing that dry weather this afternoon. And again, the storms not really staying to the west of us overnight, so I think we'll continue that drying trend through the weekend here. May actually drop off a few more degrees Thursday and Friday, but the humidity back in full force with that south wind returning by the weekend here. So it is going to be a hot weekend. Guessing we'll probably see some of those heat advisories and maybe excessive heat warnings around again as we head into next week. But the threat of any severe storms has really ended for most of us over the next week, but the heat will continue likely in the upper 90s through at least the middle of next week.